Today's Sunday. I just spent some time inside the truck stop. It was so cold to sleep in the truck. Man, it's +1 or 33F, but it's really chilly. So there's a couple of oversized loads at the truck stop. There's one here, there's one to my right, and I dropped the trailer because I want to go get cheaper fuel. So over here at the Petro in North Baltimore, Ohio, so December 19th, fuel is $3.75 US a gallon, which is not very exciting. So let's go. I found, you know, I see a sign. I was just walking to my truck and thinking about this. Shall I put in, you know, like 50 gallons? I'm not that empty, but next stop I'm definitely getting fuel in Smith Creek, Michigan, where I'm always stopping on the way to Canada, because but last time over there was like pretty much the same, like what I see on that sign over there. I see a sign, it's Fuel Mart, and it's only 2.2 kilometers away. So I don't want to go on the freeway because I have the neck with me. So I put a red flag inside. So we're gonna go on this county road, which runs pretty much. I have to go that way to the next exit. That's where the Fuel Mart is. But we're gonna go like this. And so I thought I would show you guys some exciting Wood County, Ohio scenery. But let's just do a circle of honor around my monster Caterpillar PL83. And we have some pilot over here sleeping inside his Dodge van circa 1875. All right, the monster looks good. Thanks again to the guy from, I found his letter, he was from Alberta. He sent me those 3 exhaust pipe socks. You know, I know those are expensive, so I really appreciate the gift. And so he sent me 2 big ones and 1 smaller one, and that's what I used. To cover the exhaust on this thing. Mostly, of course, again, I'm from the camp that believes that turbo wreckage is a myth. You know what people say when you don't put that sock on. What it's basically for, it's when it's raining, like it was raining now, like yesterday. So you don't want water to get in, you know, because it's a fairly expensive machine. And I was watching this guy yesterday. Looks like he's a Canadian because he's a Canadian and American flag, and it's a Trail King MG series with and it's a drop side rail, and he has a dump truck in there. So this guy decided to back like that. So he's like 6 inches away from the trailer on both sides. I'm not sure what's with that, because all that space was open where I'm sitting. Like, why would I want to back like that between 2 trailers? And then here we have Mr. Keen. And by the way, that guy over there that I just showed you, he was a tri-drive truck. And I'll tell you in a second how I know that. So here we have Keen. Pete looks like it's maybe a tri-drive as well. He has some oversized structure over here on a regular 4-axle trailer, or 3-axle with a flip, my bad. So 3-axle with a flip, and then next to him we have one more winner over there. Yeah, why that guy? I know he has a tri-drive because when he was backing, all his last 3 axles were on the ground, which, you know, in my truck it's not possible because I have a lift axle which is steerable. So if I don't lift it, it'll start going crazy, like, because it cannot steer in reverse. And this guy has a Komatsu 490 490 excavator, 490, and he has 3 axles in the back. 490. I don't know about that. And he has one of those big 120-inch sleepers, and it's very wide. The tracks are, he has no outrigger boards from what I can see, and more than half of the track sits in the air. When I have a situation like that, when I measure from, you know, what they call a track gauge, basically middle of the track to the middle of the other track, if it's more than 102 inches, that means that my trailer will be too narrow for this machine, right? Because my trailer is 102, 8 feet 6 inches. So if you have the track gauge that's more than 102, you want to use our trigger boards. Okay, boys and girls, just write it down. Track gauge more than 102,
turn left onto Ohio 18 East.
use our trigger boards for safety. Because you never know. Maybe, let's say, okay, in the summer it's fine, but what if there was some, you know, moisture or ice trapped under the track, and then you're going on some, you know, slow speed curve, like some ramps are, can be dangerous like that. You know, it can slide over. But again, 490 on 7 axles. So he has 4 axle truck, 3 axle trailer. We're gonna look up later the weight of Komatsu 490 without the bucket. No bucket. Okay.
Next left onto Ohio 18 East.
Yeah, I really like this truck stop now. That I hope is it's definitely a winner. Not a winner, but a winner. So that's I-75 over there, but like I said, I don't want to go on the freeway with this snack over here. And I also want to go on this road.
Turn left onto Galatea Road, Main Street.
I want to go on this road because later today I want to test my weighted vest.
Take the next left onto Galatea Road, Main Street.
Okay, can we go on this one? Through trucks prohibited. Yeah, right. Semi-truck, sharp turn, so you cannot go there.
Continue on Ohio 18 East for 1 kilometer.
Okay. So we'll do a more scenic route, because yeah, I was wondering about that. Like on Google Maps, it doesn't look very good. There's a couple of weird turns in there. So I might need to go on the freeway on the way back, because this is just a little bit ridiculous. But I am saving.
600 meters, turn left onto Bush Road.
I am saving. It's a 375 over here, and over there it's 356. What is that? 4 and 10, 19 cents per gallon.
Take the next left onto Bush Road.
Are you talking about this one? These are really weird roads over here. All right, this one.
Bushy Road for 1 kilometer.
This one has no signs against trucks, but straight ahead, I'm looking at a railroad crossing, and guess what? There's a train. Okay, can I go through the field, maybe cut across and go around? No, it stretches too far that way. What about this way? See, that's why they invented the freeway. But you know, we're just killing time, right? I have nothing better to do. So this was basically when I was a kid. This was my favorite pastime. after reading. When I was like 9, 10 years, no, maybe 8, 9, my favorite genre was fairy tales. Honestly, you know, as a kid, young kid, I loved fairy tales. And I loved playing with trucks. Like I had a couple of toy trucks. And I would love to hook up a string to the toy truck, and I would drag it all around the neighborhood like a small plastic truck. It was like, I think it was like a dump truck, you know, with the body. And then of course I loved riding my bike. No, wait, I didn't get the bike until I was like 13 years old probably. And my parents decided to save, and so instead of buying me a teen bike first with smaller wheels and smaller frame, they waited till I was big enough, and then they bought me an adult bike. It was called Ukraina, super heavy, man. And I remember lugging it around our walk-up apartment on the 4th floor of a walk-up Stalin building, which was probably built right after the war. So that was a good exercise, and my parents always were, "Why is your bike still here?" Because the apartment was so tiny, I would park it in the hallway there, and the hallway is like this wide, and the bike is this wide. And at night, somebody would go to the bathroom, and they would hit the leg on the sticking out pedal of the bike. "Man, Seryoshka, I'm gonna kill you." So they always wanted me to park it in the garage, but the funny thing is that the garage was 1.3 kilometers away. Like, who does it? Who builds garages like that, you know? Because over here we had buildings, and so you had, if you want to get your car, you had to walk 1.3 kilometers, get your car. Like my late dad had a car right in there, and of course that's why they wanted me to park the bicycle, which of course did not agree with me. Like, why would I want to walk 2.5 kilometers back and forth? Just anyway. And so then I switched from those books, fairy tales, I went right into the next step, which was science fiction. Man, I was obsessed with science fiction. And then when I learned English, I was reading science fiction in English, you know, Ray Bradbury, all these good guys, you know. But yeah, what I would do with my younger brother, when I already had that Ukraine bicycle. Now, are we gonna get moving anytime soon here? Because I can run out of stories. But anyway, we'll continue for now. We are 2.4 clicks away. No, but this is an adventure, right? You guys wanted an adventure? Here's an adventure. You go searching for savings in 20 cents a gallon, and you plan to buy, I'm guessing my left tank will take, I'm guessing, I know my gauge, it'll take about 60 gallons. So 60 times 20 is what? 12 bucks. You know, which is something. When I went for my brunch, I think I spent 18 bucks, but then I noticed they forgot to give me the avocado slices on my omelet, and that was the most expensive item on the build-it-yourself omelet menu, $1.77. And so the lady took off $1.77, but of course I didn't have the, I realized it after. I said, I cannot prove it, but because I was watching a couple of videos while I was eating, but I said, I'm pretty sure there was no avocados in there. Basically, a guy orders an omelet, right? Custom. I tell him what I want, and the guy says, you want pancakes or toast? And I didn't want to eat bread, but I said, okay, give me dry rye toast. Dry rye, no butter, right? The guy says, okay, we don't have rye, but we have multi-grain. I said, okay. And so they bring me the omelet, they bring me the bread. I look at the bread and it has liquid on it. So I see right away it has butter. And I said, miss, one problem, I'm allergic to dairy products. I told the waiter you put butter here. So she came back when I already was finished with 50% of my omelet. She brought me my dry multi-grain toast. And then they forgot avocado pieces. So like one guy orders an omelet and toast, and they managed to screw that up, you know, like, so 2 mistakes in one order. So if this was a party of 5, right, you never know, like friends, you know, today's Sunday, so maybe some friends coming together. All right, you know, I had an idea. What if we come, you know, some like those automatic gates, you know, like when you go in they have to open it, but when you leave the guy says, oh, just go and park right in front of the gate and it'll open automatically. So I'm thinking, what's gonna happen if I park right in front of the gate? So maybe it'll open, and the train will move. What do you guys think? Just write your comment below. Does it matter how close you park to the gate? Because maybe they'll see me in their mirrors, right? They'll see, hey, there's a truck stuck there. Maybe we should move. That's kind of like a redneck logic, right? Let's get closer to the barrier, just in case they will see me, in case the engineer will see me in the mirrors. And of course, these are car trailers. This is actually a pretty interesting piece of engineering, you know, because they have 2 stories in there. 2 stories, so they can park, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe like 4 cars on level 1 and 4 cars on level 2. I saw how they were loading these. Like they put a ramp, and basically there's a connection between the cars. So they open those doors in there, and the car can just go right through the entire train till it reaches, let's say, the first car. I mean, you know, like a car, automobile. It'll reach the first railroad car, stop there, then another guy will bring, and so they fill up the entire train. So I'm guessing one railroad car can move probably 8 cars. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, probably 4 and 4. Man, this is gonna take a while. What do you guys think? Shall I back to the main road? The turn, like 600 meters that way, 1800 feet is my turn on that Eagle While Road. But then there's another crossing in there, and probably, like, I'm thinking that this guy, he goes, now we're stuck here, it probably goes like this. Oh yeah, because I see these trains, they go right past the truck stop. So if I take this road, even if this guy starts moving, I'll probably be stuck at the other crossing. Oh man. All right, we'll wait a couple more minutes. What I wanted to say is that a couple of months ago I bought a weighted vest that has special pockets for you know, like a metal, kind of like, you know, those gold bars that you see in some criminal movies, you know, the big gold bar. So except these are smaller. I never opened it yet. So metal bars, right? So each bar, I think it's 4 pounds, 4 pounds, and so you put those in those special pockets, and so you can add up to 70 pounds. Wait, can it be 70 pounds? Because I know somebody said they're like 4, so it's 70 divided by 4. What is it? 17.5. So that's not right, because you cannot have 17.5 bars. Probably they're heavier. Probably they're maybe 10. No, they cannot be 70 by 10. That's only 7 bars. No, I don't think they're that heavy. But anyway, I know it's 70 because the most, this weighted vest I bought on Amazon, so you can get it as high as 80 pounds. But I know 80 because I have a 60-pound kettlebell, and then I have 80-pound kettlebell. And 80-pound kettlebell, I cannot even lift like that to my chin. So I wouldn't be even able to put that vest on with 80 pounds. It would be very heavy, you know, to put on your back. But I thought 70 maybe one day, so I thought I would start with 20. You know, let's say they're 5 pounds each, maybe like 4 bars, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 20. Because when I'm walking around with my backpack, it probably weighs about 10 pounds, because I got a laptop, I got a full frame camera, I got a big lens in there. Now, did you know? So I think his mirrors are probably, I think either his mirrors are dirty. You know, sometimes these engineers, they forget to clean their mirrors. And so yeah, he didn't see me, and probably the sensor in the road is broken. So you see, the barrier did not open. But
500 meters, turn right onto Ohio 18 West.
yeah, but did you know that my truck has 2 reverse gears? Because there's a switch in here. So now I'm in reverse high. So it's only gonna take us like maybe half an hour to reach the main road, which is 450 meters behind me. Now once, I swear to God, once I had to do it with a trailer, and this is 500 meters, right? 2,000 feet. But once I took a wrong turn, and I had an empty trailer, a GN, and I had to back, I think it was more than a kilometer. No, but look at this. I look to my right, the end of this train is nowhere near. Like, it's like, I don't know, maybe a kilometer, 2 kilometers. So let me see, what do you guys think? I have 400 meters to the turn. I have to back 400 meters. No, screw this. I don't trust this. This engineer with his dirty mirrors and broken sensor in front of the barriers. Who does it like that, right? Like, a truck comes to the barrier, you should open the barrier immediately. Like, what's wrong with you? But also my thinking is that if I wait, it'll take 20 minutes for the train to pass, but then there's this other crossing, right? So it's all practice, you know. Sometimes you need to do this. Okay, let me see. We're doing 1850 RPM, and my speed is 7 kilometers an hour. Wow. за туманом и за запахом тайги. Oh, this is beautiful. Actually, it feels kind of like, you know, fresh. Because sometimes you get bored, you know, driving forward all the time. Like, now look at the train. The train is like still over there, behind the trees. Now I'm coming in 180 meters to a stop sign. Now a question, and again we'll do a test later. When you're backing towards the stop sign, do you have to stop or not? If you guys know the answer, write it down below. Next right? You mean the next left? I'm backing, Miss Google. What's wrong with you? Playing anymore.
In 600 meters, turn right onto the I-75 North Ramp to Toledo.
Check this out, another oversized guy, another Keen Transport.
Turn right onto the I-75 North Ramp.
4-axle truck, Pete, cat loader, 982, 3-axle trailer.
Continue on I-75 North for 1 kilometer.
All right, let's get some fuel. Like I said, I just want to get left side, one tank, because it might be cheaper in Smith Creek. Okay, why do we have so many pumps? Okay, premium diesel, I don't need this. Diesel number 2, 359. See, beautiful. All right, I still see the train, but I don't know. I forgot to ask. I should have asked the clerk inside the gas station. So I got 81 gallons, 81.2 gallons at 359, which is better than there. So what do you guys think? Shall we try? Shall we risk it? It is moving. The train is slowly moving, so by this time, maybe if there is a crossing there, because it looks like they have multiple crossings here. Maybe that's not the line that the train is on, because I cannot see from here. So now we got fuel. I think what we're gonna do next is, because these guys don't have DEF.
Head south on Grant Road toward Eagleville Road.
They don't have DEF. So I'm gonna get one at petrol.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Butler Street, Eagleville Road.
Okay, 75 south is this way, but let's try a more conspicuous route. Oh, check this out, a very cool.
Take the next left onto Butler Street, Eagleville Road, then turn right onto Galatea Road.
Green cab over here. What is this? Kenworth. Kenworth. Still working. All right, what do we have? Left is clear. Oh, I see. Through trucks prohibited. Son of a gun. Come on.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Inslee Road.
Yeah, I gotta go back on the freeway.
Take the next right onto Inslee Road. In a quarter mile, turn right onto the I-75 South ramp to Dayton.
These are some crazy ramps. Can you believe this? Just to get to 75, you have to do, I don't know. I was there. Where's the gas station? Over there.
Turn right onto the I-75 South ramp. Continue on I-75 South for half a mile.
see that guy? He couldn't wait behind me, so he just jumped left and then cut in front of me.
What's the reminder?
No reminders this time. Yeah, I wanted to go to this.
I'll remind you in a couple hours. Just so you know, you can also include a time by saying things like, remind me to buy groceries at 5 p.m.
What? That's something new on Google. But yeah, there's a grocery store in there. It's called Great Scott, and I wanted to go there and get some food for the tonight. But it turns out it's closed. Which is interesting. Why is it closed on Sunday? I think last time I went there it was open.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
And so yeah, now
Then turn left.
now I know that it's a safe road to walk, right, with that weighted vest. That's what I started saying. So I'm gonna adjust the vest for some
Take the next left at South Dixie Highway, then turn left.
for some 20 pounds maybe, and
Take the next left, then turn right.
go for a walk. But before I do that, I'm gonna get some DEF. So that I'm all ready for tomorrow. And yeah, I did more reading into Ohio provisions, and I'm in the Wood County, and the next one is Lucas County, and both of these prohibit movements of oversized loads in excess of 12 feet between 7 and 9 in the morning. And so I'm 34 miles away from Toledo, from the Michigan line, and we agreed to meet at 9 in Toledo because I thought I would leave like 8:20, 8:15, but now I cannot do that because I'm inside Wood County where there's a curfew, right? 7 to 9, and then at night I think it's 4 to 6. And so I told my pilot Teresa, I said, let's meet at 9:45 to be on the safe side. So that's the plan for tomorrow. So task number 2 is complete. I got 7.578 US gallons of DEF at $30, and I prepaid $30, and basically like the last drops it was already too much, so I guessed it right on the dot. And guess what, I didn't trust Google Maps where it said that Great Scott is closed, so I called them, and I'm like 2 rings, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just about to give up, and some tired female voice answers, Great Scott. And I'm like, are you guys open or closed today? We're open. And she said, we open till 9. And so now I can get some groceries because You go to a restaurant, each time it's like 15-20 bucks, right? So just some omelet with coffee was 18 bucks, but because they forgot avocados it was 15, but then you have to give them a tip, you know. It's like 20 bucks each time, right? So it's cheaper to go to the grocery store if you have one nearby. And Canadian customs, I gotta think about that as well, right? So tomorrow I'll be crossing the border into Canada, and you cannot buy like meat, I don't think. Yeah, you gotta declare meat, and you gotta declare guns. So basically guns, meat has the same power as guns for customs border patrol. I think they might be all vegetarians, I don't know, but they all, so it's pretty much the same rules yeah, the same rules apply to meat as they apply to weapons. And I really like how they phrase this, you know, when you come into the border, they have these signs: must declare all weapons. Now, I never owned a weapon in my life because I'm Canadian. But what's funny is that anybody who tried crossing the international border with a weapon, what that sign means, declare all guns. They should have just said what they really meant to say. And what they really mean to say is that, you know, prepare to be boarded, you know, like on the sea they say, right? Prepare to be boarded. So prepare to give up your guns, unless of course you're a licensed hunter, you know, and or you just have a bazooka for underwater fishing, you know, stuff, regular stuff. But if you have like a Katyusha, you know, jet rockets, they might be slightly worried and they might repossess them, you never know. But again, it all depends on the mood of the officer, what I'm saying, right? Again, I don't know anything about guns. Last time actually I shot a gun. It was a paratrooper version of a Kalashnikov 5.7 millimeter. It was in the army some 40 years ago when I did my 1.5 years as a paratrooper, and that was a lot of fun, you know, jumping with a parachute from a 4-engine huge plane, flying at, I think it was flying at about like 800 meters at 300 kilometers an hour. And then these doors open, and that plane was so huge. I still remember, it was so frightening, man. Some people were basically, faces were turning white, because, you know, once they opened those doors, and there's 2 columns of us, right? We're all running towards the rear because there's a alarm, and it's so ugly, you know, the alarm, it just pushes inside your brain, jump, 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 red, and the red lights everywhere, so they, you know, to kick us all out. And so people start running, you know. Of course, before you start running, you check the guy in front of you, you know, okay, check the проверить парашюты, check the parachutes, you know, just in case the guy in front of you doesn't have a parachute, you know, it's always good to check before you jump. But of course, everybody had 2 parachutes, one запасной on the front, a smaller parachute, and then the main one, the big one, on the back. And so you have to make sure that you connect the line, because there was a huge wire along the plane, and then you connect the line from the parachute with a carabiner to that big wire, so that when the guy jumps out, that thing will pull out his little baby chute like this, and that thing acts as a kind of like engine to open the big chute, you know, when you If you don't do anything, it'll open by itself. If you just, you can do a timer. Like, it was very sophisticated. But I remember it was so scary, you know, like, about, imagine like 50 guys on this side, 50 guys on this side, and we are running towards the doors that is the size of, I don't know, this building. And then they say in war situations they can also open 2 side doors. So when you look at this plane from the ground, like now during these regular, you know, peacetime exercises, only you see 2 lines of bodies falling out from the back like this. But in war times you will see 4 lines, like 1 from side door, 2 in the back, and 1 from here. So that plane can drop, I don't know, 200 paratroopers in like 10 seconds, and then boom, and disappear. I think it was Il-76, Ilyushin 76, I think, the army version. Man, that plane was huge. I'm back at the truck stop, so I got fuel, I got DEF, I got some groceries, and now I'm ready to go. It's just after 3 p.m. I'm ready to go for a walk with my weighted vest. Check out this guy.